Welcome, dear little dreamers, to another magical bedtime story on Bedtime Stories. Snuggle up under your blankets, close your eyes, and let your imagination take flight. Tonight, we embark on a wondrous adventure with two brave children, Hansel and Gretel. Are you ready? Then let the story begin. Once upon a time, in a small cottage on the edge of a vast and mysterious forest, lived a poor woodcutter with his two children, Hansel and Gretel. Their mother had passed away when they were very young, and though their father loved them dearly, hard times had fallen upon the family. One chilly evening, as the stars twinkled in the night sky, Hansel and Gretel overheard their stepmother whispering to their father by the flickering fire. "Stepmother, there is barely enough food to feed us all. If we don't do something, we will all starve. We must take the children deep into the woods and leave them there. It is our only chance to survive." Hansel held Gretel's hand tightly, his heart pounding. He knew he had to come up with a plan to protect his little sister. That night, as the moon bathed the forest in silver light, Hansel sneaked outside. He filled his pockets with small white pebbles, shiny as stars, and tiptoed back to bed with a hopeful heart. The next morning, their stepmother led them deep into the forest. As they walked, Hansel dropped the white pebbles one by one, creating a secret path back home. After a long walk, their stepmother left them alone by a large oak tree, promising to return. But as time passed, the children realized they were truly abandoned. As the moon rose, its silver glow revealed the path of pebbles leading home. Hand in hand, Hansel and Gretel followed the trail, and by dawn, they had found their way back to their father's loving arms. But alas, hard times continued, and soon, their cruel stepmother devised another plan. This time, Hansel was unable to collect pebbles, for their stepmother had locked the door at night. Instead, he scattered breadcrumbs along the path. However, when they tried to follow the trail home, they discovered that the breadcrumbs had vanished. Birds had eaten every last crumb. Hansel and Gretel were lost in the deep, dark woods. For hours, they wandered, hungry and tired. Just as hope seemed to fade, a delightful scent of sugar and spice filled the air. Their eyes widened as they stumbled upon a most astonishing sight, a house made of gingerbread, candy canes, and chocolate. The walls were sweet gingerbread, the windows shone like spun sugar, and the roof was covered in whipped cream. "Gretel," whispering Hansel, "is this real?" "Hansel, it smells real and delicious." Hesitantly, they took a nibble of the candy door. Suddenly, the door creaked open, and a kind-looking old woman peered out. "Old woman, sweetly, oh, my poor dears, you must be starving. Come inside and have a warm meal." Little did they know, the old woman was a wicked witch, and her kindness was a trap. Days passed, and Hansel was locked in a cage, for the witch planned to fatten him up for a feast. Gretel was forced to do chores, her heart heavy with worry for her brother. But the clever children had a plan. Each day, when the witch checked Hansel's finger to see if he was getting plump, he tricked her by sticking out a thin bone instead. The nearly blind witch was fooled, and she grew impatient. One day, she ordered Gretel to heat the oven. "Witch, check if it is hot enough, girl." But Gretel, quick-witted as ever, pretended to be confused. "Gretel, I don't know how. Could you show me?" The witch huffed and bent over to check the oven. In that moment, with all her strength, Gretel pushed her inside and slammed the door shut. The wicked witch was gone forever. Hansel and Gretel hugged tightly, overjoyed and free at last. Searching the house, they discovered chests filled with gold and jewels. With their pockets full of treasure, they hurried home through the woods. At last, they reached their father's cottage. He wept with joy to see them safe and sound. Their cruel stepmother was gone, and now, with their newfound riches, they would never go hungry again. And so, Hansel and Gretel lived happily ever after, knowing that courage, cleverness, and love would always guide them home. And so, dear dreamers, our adventure comes to an end. As you close your eyes, may you dream of gingerbread houses and magical forests, where kindness and bravery always triumph. Sleep well, and until our next bedtime story, good night.